Greetings, Watford fans, and welcome to this Friday Focus. A brief few moments on Watford Football Club as they prepare for their game this weekend in the Premier League. Friday Focus means this Friday is the focus on Watford versus Wolves in the Premier League on Saturday, September the 11th, 2021. Watford and Wolves, two teams who have failed to score in their last two games. In fact, Wolves have failed to score at all in the Premier League this season, and they'll be looking to change that when they visit Vicarage Road tomorrow. For Watford, the last two games without a goal have also been accompanied by two goals in the defeat to Brighton and one goal in the narrow defeat to Tottenham Hotspur 2 weeks ago. The defense was a key in that performance despite the loss. Very good defending from Watford, a goalkeeping mistake by Daniel Backman. For Wolves, they did everything but score in each of their first three games and were very unlucky not to get anything at all against Manchester United when they lost at home to them 1-0. Wolves look like they are about to score because they looked so good in that game against Manchester United under Bruno Lage, who has got this team on an extra gear, dynamic, speedy, pacey, very attack minded, even more attack minded than they were under Nuno Espirito Santo. For Watford, they will have to up their intensity on the offensive end. They did that for the first few minutes against Spurs and in parts of the second half against Spurs, but not consistently throughout. They need to return to the kind of energized and very dynamic attack that they showed throughout the game against Aston Villa on opening day. I think that Watford will do that. They will have an injection of pace. Whether or not Ismail Assar will start is open to question. I think the biggest concern that I have, even more than start, because he's been in international duty, whether he comes off the bench or whether he starts, I suspect he'll probably start, but we'll see, is the defensive situation at Vicarage Road. It is clear, in my view, that Kiko Femenia is going to be out for a prolonged period of time. Just by the way that the Watford FCPR are talking about him, I think that he could be out for a significant amount of time, maybe a few months before he gets back to where he could be at Vicarage Road. And because Gino and the board did not really do anything to get more defenders in during the transfer window, apart from one or two, which have now been loaned out, the concern is defensively for Watford. How are they going to keep up with Wolves on Saturday? It has to be Jeremy Ngakia starting at right back. There's no two ways about it. He is pacey, he is young, he is someone who will definitely keep tight to the likes of Trincao, who is a very dangerous player indeed, and Adama Traore. Those are the two main threats for Wolves. For Watford, they are going to be relying upon the speed of Emmanuel Dennis, Josh King up in the middle, I'm sure, and Saw, if he starts, will be on the right. Cucho coming off the bench, I expect. And I think you'll expect that there will be Sissoko coming into this game as well. If he doesn't start, he'll certainly will come in, I think, during the course of this game. I don't know why Cisco would not start Sissoko. I also think defensively, by the way, if I go back to that Danny Rose should be starting at left back instead of Adam Messina. But, I said that a few weeks ago before the Tottenham game. I said that Danny Rose should start off the back of his performance at Crystal Palace. And then the manager decided, no, I'm going to start Adam Messina. And I guess overall it didn't really hurt. But Messina, to me, still is not up to it in the Premier League. And he was good in the championship last season, but we're not in the championship anymore. So I think that Adam Messina's status as the starter should absolutely change now. And there should be a starter named Danny Rose at left back against Wolves. And Wolves are going to bring the heavy artillery. I think there'll be goals in this game. I don't think there'll be many goals, but I do think that when they happen, it will be clinical. Watford need to make the most of every opportunity that they're going to have at home, which is plenty, and they're going to have to fashion them. It may require some ingenuity and skill. Will João Pedro come off the bench in this game? I'm not so sure that he will. Will Cucho? Yeah, as I said earlier, he will. I'm pretty sure of that. Maybe Cucho even starts in a game like this from the off. We'll see. because Wolves are going to be very speedy and very direct. And Watford are going to have to be able to handle that. And defensively, they're going to be given a test against a team that loves to go forward. And I don't know how much longer Gino and the board can look at the defense and be happy with it. Of course, January is going to be the next time that Watford will be able to do anything about that defense. And of course, we will find out if anything is needed defensively after we go through all of these games. Game number 4 at Vicarage Road on Saturday, September the 11th. It's Watford, it's Wolves, it's Vicarage Road, and it's you, the Watford fans. Come on, you Orns. You.